Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be going over essentially what I have to go through every time I hook up to my central venous catheter, or CVC for short, in order to run IV fluids. So it's pretty simple, but don't worry, if you're squeamish, there's no blood, no gore, no nothing, and I'm not even going to be getting up close. So you should be pretty safe to watch this video. Jumping right in, I have to make sure that I have all of my supplies. So I have 1 liter of fluids. This is what fluids look like. This is saline, it's sodium chloride. And you can see on the front it says, we'll see if it shows because it's super bright. But sodium chloride, and that is IV saline. It's just fluids, because I am a dehydrated bitch. I have my Curlin pump. I have an empty container, but these are my tubings. So I have a tubing. I have saline. Heparin will not be used until afterwards, so I don't really technically need that right now, but I want to make sure that I have it in my bag so that when my infusion is complete, that I can go ahead and make sure that I'm de-accessing properly. So I have saline, and I also have site scrubs and caps. Site scrubs help me keep the tip of my CVC clean. I'll go ahead and pull my lumens out. These are called lumens, so they help me keep the very tips clean. And then I have caps that keep them from basically being rubbed all over everything. So let us go ahead and begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this out of the package. I apologize for that obnoxious sound. I hate that sound. If you're like me, you hate that sound. And then I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I like to open it up just a little bit because I kind of use this as my trash container to kind of store all of the little pieces, especially if I'm out in public and I don't have ready access to a trash can. Also, Troy is next to me and he is licking my feet. Oh my gosh, I'm going to strangle you, Troy. Don't lick mommy's feet, it's weird. Troy, leave my toes alone. Okay. So, now that we have our tubing separated, we're going to go ahead and undo all of it. Bye, Troy. Troy's leaving. He said, you know what, this is not entertaining enough for me, Mother. So I'm going to go ahead and get it all separated out. There's a piece here that essentially acts as the clamp inside the pump, and that's kind of what lets the fluids go or stop. So for whatever reason, I guess it has a safety precaution on it that you have to break the tab off. So I have to break that tab off, and I just throw that away, especially because it's a small piece and I don't want Troy to get a hold of it. He's usually pretty good about not eating little things like that, but he's still a dog, so you never know. Then I'm going to go ahead and open my pump. This is what it looks like open. And there's a section on this side that has a yellow arrow inside and a blue arrow on the other side, and I just lace it in, and literally those things, let's see if you can see that, they get plugged in and they just sit inside the pump, and then we push it down and close it. So that part's super simple. Now we're ready to go for that. The next portion is going to be puncturing my bag. So I take my salines bag, and there is a piece here that just pulls off that kept this area all nice and clean. And then I have a cap on this. I'm going to pull this cap off, take this, and we're just going to puncture the bag. This part's a little difficult just because you're really having to puncture. But now that that's punctured and set, we are now connected to our Curlin pump, and that part is ready to go. So this is where I start kind of putting my bag in my backpack. I place it upside down just because it's a little bit easier for me that way. Because I have a mini backpack, this is how I tote it around the house. So we're gonna turn our pump on. I'm going to remove the protective cap off the end of this. Obnoxious beeping. The Curlin is such a loud pump. I hate that about the Curlin. So it just asks us, it's already programmed, it comes programmed, so I don't really have to do anything. I just click yes for the program. I'm going to repeat the same program that's already in there and clicking yes to everything. We're just basically confirming that it's the same prescription as last time. And now I have to prime my line. So priming my line just means that I'm getting all of the air out, and I literally just sit here and hold a button. I don't know if you can hear that little churning, but if you can, that churning is my line priming, and we're literally just getting all the air out of my line. See, I don't know, you probably can't see that. It's moving up the tube where we're slowly but surely getting our fluids out. Because air in the line will cause an embolism, and I'm not trying to die. So, taking it all the way to the tippy top, I let a couple drops come out just so that I know that it's nice and air-free. Now that that's done, I am placing the cap that came on it back on this so that I know that it's not exposed to the world. And don't worry, I'm still going to clean it off anyways. I'm taking my cap off of my lumen, and we're going to take a sight scrub, and we call this scrubbing the hub, and it's super easy. You literally just sit here and do this, because the inside of this is one giant alcohol swab. It's just one giant alcohol swab. I don't even know if you can see that. See? So you're just going to sit here and scrub for a little bit, not too long. Make sure that it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to take a second side scrub. Yes, it's going to start beeping because now it says that I've left it unattended. That sight scrub is open and prepared for me to use in just a moment. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get the air out of my syringe, priming my syringe. Yes, I'm running saline, but I still have to do SASH protocol, which is... Sorry about that beeping. Let's try that again. So, I still have to prime my syringe to make sure that I get the air out. And yes, even though I'm running saline, I still have to push saline through my line because I have heparin in my line. And that heparin needs to be cleared out of the lumen so that it is nice and ready to go. And making sure that we're not having any issues. So I've now pushed my saline. So I've had a flush. That's what that's called, a saline flush. And I still know that this is clean because I've already alcohol swabbed that and I've not dropped it. If I had dropped it, I would need to alcohol swab it again. But I'm gonna swab this one just for precaution. And yes, it makes a squeaky noise. I do like that noise. That noise is very fun. I'm going to connect the two, unclamp my line, and press run to start. And there you go. Then I zip up my bag and I'm ready to go. And that's how I set up my line. It's super easy. Very few times do I have any type of complications, and if I do, it's usually just my Curlin pump acting up. But other than that, I am now running fluids and ready to go conquer the day. So that's basically it. So I hope that this was a fun informational video about what my little bit of a life with a CVC is like, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. And if you did enjoy watching it and you enjoy watching a little bit of life with TV and me, please hit that big red button down below to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up so that we know that you want to see more videos like this, because we will continue posting videos of informational stuff like CVC and other medical related stuff. And just let us know. Other than that, we hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Bye!